It's been used to accommodate construction workers in Shetland and before that asylum seekers in both Germany and Holland. And now the Bibby Stockholm barge is here in Portland. The government says it's a key part of the strategy to reduce the £6 million being spent every day on hotel bills. But just like the former RAF bases in Lincolnshire and Essex, which we've been reporting on recently, the barge here in Portland is controversial. Very controversial. A big barge to stop the small boats. That, at least, is the idea. This was the scene off the Dorset coast this morning as the Bibby Stockholm was towed into Portland. And it was greeted by not one, but two protest groups.
I think we are overrun as it is, and we need
a hospital, don't we?
They both oppose the barge, but for different reasons. One group is anxious about the impact the men will have on the town, while the other group is more concerned about the impact the barge will have on the men. People are worried and angry.
They use the racist card to us all the time, and that's really, really sad because a lot of the group are married and have grandchildren of different cultures. So we're not racist at all.
What's the main reason for being
protect my family? I live 2 minutes just down from the port.
What do you mean protect your family?
I'm very concerned, I'm scared. I like my children. We come to the seaside, we come to this beach here. How are we going to be able to do that for 500 men?
These people come in, they're getting money, they're getting their housing, they're getting everything. We don't need it. We need charity begins at home, in my view.
And you feel it's just been forced on Portland with no
It's
conversation?
definitely been forced on Portland. There's been no consideration at all for the local community. We've just had this forced on us.
The debate is passionate. The second protest group focuses on welfare issues.
As you can see, the Portland port is a very, very tightly controlled space. It's got barbed wire. You've got to be signed off the barge onto a shuttle bus, signed off, signed back in. There's no freedom of movement. It's very hard for them to settle in here and get to know people.
So in your view, it's a virtual prison ship?
It is a virtual prison ship, yeah.
And while the barge was floating towards Portland, the government's illegal migration bill was finally passed by the House of Lords. Ministers are defending putting asylum seekers on the barge.
Because they have to be housed somewhere. This country has a duty to house people that come here. We absolutely are committed to doing that. That is why we're having to find space in hotels and indeed barges off the coast of Portland. But this is not a long-term sustainable solution to the problem that we face. That is stopping the boats. That is stopping the people traffickers, and that is getting the Rwanda plan up and running.
It'll be a few days before the barge is ready for its first residents. They will have hoped that troubled waters were behind them, but they may have to reassess. Simon Vigar, 5 News, Portland.